Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll talk about Docker. It is the foundational topic for our AI engineering series. So imagine you have built a project and running to your system. It runs smoothly, but when the same project your friend runs in their system, it will stuck. Sometime it will stuck because it is due to different Python version or different operating system. It is basically it common phrase. It works on my machine. So so this is a very common problem in software development. This is the where Docker comes. Docker helps us creating the same environment everywhere. So let's talk about few important concepts of Docker. Like first we'll talk about Docker image. Let's let's take the bookish definition of Docker image first. I'm uh, here. A Docker image is a lightweight standard a Docker image is a lightweight standalone and executable software package that includes everything in application. Basically, I will explain you with a simple real life analogy. Let's suppose you go to the market and you buy a Maggie packet. Maggie packet. The Maggie packet contains the noodle, the Maggie masala, and cook it. So, so technically you understand. Basically, you make an analogy of it. The image is that Maggie masala. Oh, Maggie content. Okay. So let's talk about Docker container. Let's see the bookish definition first. Docker container is a lightweight runnable instance. Focus on the runnable instance of a Docker image. It packages the application code together with all of its dependency and run it in isolated environment. Okay. So, let me give you a real life example similar to the Maggie part. I already write there. Okay. So earlier you talked when you cook the Maggie is ready to eat. Uh, uh, so base in when so basically Maggie packet becomes like a when you cook the Maggie, it's in simple analogy to the Docker. It becomes Docker container because you can cook anywhere in the Maggie. Its taste remain the same as it is. So that's a container, and you can run multiple instances of the same image. You take the multiple Maggie and make the multiple times of the it have similar similar taste. It's an analogy of this. Uh, that's the concept of container. Let's talk about Docker volume. Let's take first the bookish definition. Uh, in book, let's say I have already made a notes of it. Let me read it. Uh, Docker volume is storage folder for your container. By default, data inside container is temporary. You can make the point of it. If a container is deleted, its data is permanently deleted, lost. Docker volume solves by storing data outside the container in an isolated file system. Then the core idea क्या है? Containers are meant to be thrown away. इसे फेंकने के लिए बनाया गया है bro. Outside so that you get lost it. Okay, that's it. Let's talk about Docker file and Docker hub. Docker file is basically a script. Basically, it's a in you can relate the real life analogy. It's a analogy. It's a recipe. You have to make how to make a like a container recipe. It's a simply analogy of recipe. How to make a Maggie. It's a script to how to create an image or a container. Okay, and what a Docker hub is, you can correlate Docker hub to the GitHub where you can store your repositories. So similar to the Docker hub, you can store your Docker images. Let's talk about Docker Compose and Docker networking. It's a very important part. Let's see the simple definition of a Docker Compose. Because it doesn't mean the main thing is you have understand the core intuition about what the Docker compose. It's a Docker compose. You can't you have to run a multiple container inside your Docker application. So basically, it is a when you it basic Docker compose is a tool. Basically, it is a tool used to define run a multiple container in the Docker applications. Okay, and what about Docker networking? Basically, it's a communication layer that allows separate Docker containers to talk each other to the host machine and to outside internet. When they because when you run the Docker application, so there is a the inside daemon Docker daemon, how the Docker daemon connect to the Docker core application and the outside internet. It's thing. Let's learn how to install a Docker, because we have enough learned the theory. Let's go to the practical part. So for you have there's a lot of conspiracy. So if you have Mac, search download for Docker for Mac, or if you have Windows, download the Docker for Windows. So I have a Windows, so I'm writing the Docker for Windows. Sorry, it's so click on that, the first thing. I think it will take few minutes because it is a large application. Once the download so once the download is complete, click right click on that and click to install. Then click next. It will install Docker and smoothly. So how do Docker look like? So let's run that. I already updated the latest version of Docker. You can see on that 4.281. You can also run terminal on that. See, it is the image part. Right now it doesn't, because I have already deleted my previously run images. It is a container. The running instances, it located here. It's the volume. When you permanently store it, it located here. So it's the basics, and your logs will be seeing here. Okay, let's run our first Python Docker image. So let's start. Let's open the terminal. I already opened it. You can open and you like terminal, any terminal like PowerShell, command prompt. Okay, the first check Docker installed or not. So here is the command for to check the Docker installed or not. Slash version. I had installed latest version, so it will show to me. Okay, sometimes it shows that the Docker version is 29.6.1. It is the latest version. Okay, check is any container is running or not. Here is the command to check so right now there is nothing is running, because we haven't downloaded the image of Python from Docker Hub yet. So download our first Python image. So here's the command docker pull. So we are pulling from the Python. Okay, let me see. I am coming on the frame. So docker pull. I have written down the command because it's tutorial. So by default it downloads the latest. Okay, so it will take some time. Downloading. So let's check the run the Docker images. Run the Docker image. Which image is in Docker? Python latest, you can say which image Python latest. You can also see in the app, the desktop app. See in the image, the Docker Python latest app is running. Any kind. I still not. So let's run the command. Oh, I haven't typed the wrong Python. So we check which version are this, which version of Python is downloaded. So it's 3.1.46. Okay. To show a computer, there is a command called docker to all the running or non-running container ps-a. So you can see there is a, you can all it shows all running and not running container. Okay, so that's it, our docker video. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.